Why does he have goat horns? Can you give me a bit of a backstory? Who are his parents? What's up, guys? In today's video, we're gonna be stepping out of our comfort zone and drawing some men. Not just any men though, we're gonna draw your guys' male OCs and we're going to make them beautiful. Oh, and this video is brought to you by Squarespace. So what I've done here is, once again, I went into our Patreon Discord. I asked my beautiful patrons to show me some of their male characters who will now be chosen to become beautiful and maybe roasted. That is not a man. That is a turd. Oh, cool. Nice. I like his glasses. Ah, this one's kind of cool. The name is this is a he? What the Yep, let me get that off my screen. Okay, so this is a goat guy. He is very naked, but I mean, we could do something with this. I know my audience. Wow, look at this little mini animation. That's so cool. Oh my God. Ooh. He doesn't really have much of a name or personality, but he does look kind of cool. I like his neck tattoo. Okay, and speaking of tattoos, I think this guy might be overdoing it a little bit. Oh God, my hot old man villain OC of my story. Okay, hot for him. It's kind of pushing it. I wouldn't go that far. This is Fitzroy. He's giving me Harry Potter vibes because of the round glasses, but I love how you've included these expressions and action poses. And a poster. Ooh, a silent warrior who works in a mining village. This is amazing. Look at the amount of work that design sheet. Hey. It's my verb. You put that down. Ooh, that's kind of cool, but was he based on a pony? Oh my God. I'm not drawing that. This is nice. Very pretty man. I don't think I can make him any prettier. Here's my OC Mason. He's a music producer. That's a cool job. And he's fruity. Yeah. I can tell. Man, what is with you guys and showing bare-chested men? I'm gonna have to censor this. Wow. Oh my goodness, the lighting on this. I can't. His nose is his best feature. Yeah, no, I agree. He's got a very strong nose. You know what? We'll draw him. Okay, so we've got some really cool characters here that I think we can work with and make very beautiful and juicy. All right, so first up, we're gonna give this elf guy a shot. He has a really sharp face and a very defined jawline. So we're gonna make that very pronounced, and of course, a massive ear. I think he might have made the ear a little bit too big. I used to be very obsessed with the elves when I was a kid because of the Lord of the Rings. They were just so cool to me. But now that I've grown up, I'm more of an orc guy myself. Beautiful, long, flowing hair. Now, when you're doing line art, you want to keep in mind that you want to have a variety of lines. You want to have lines that are thick and lines that are thin. That's what's going to give you great line quality. The secret to drawing beautiful men is just to draw them like women, because men are just not naturally beautiful. We are ugly. Now I want to fix the eyes up a little bit because he has a very sassy and mischievous look, and we want to really accentuate that. Guys, my left eye keeps twitching. What's going on? Am I dying? Oh yeah, look at that. He looks like he's just scheming. And now we're gonna add in some colors. He has very light skin. I think this light color will do. And a dark blondish hair. Oh man, he's almost looking like a woman. We need to give him a beard quick. There we go. Masculine. He has bright green eyes. There we go. So hopefully adding in some eyebrows will make him look more like a man. There we go, bro's looking kind of beautiful. And guess what I forgot to do, guys? I forgot to flip my canvas, but luckily I am such a beast that there's not much that we need to fix. All right, so there's most of our shading done. And for those of you guys wondering, I am using the round brush for almost all of this rendering. I always maintain that it's not about the tool, it's about how you use it. Even if you have the most fancy brush, if you don't know how to use it properly, it's not gonna look good. The key here is to find tools that you're comfortable with, tools that make the marks that you wanna make, and really just practice and get used to them so that eventually they become like an extension of you. And of course, last but not least, he's got some jewelry. He's got a very cool looking chain dangling on his ear here. There we go. Just gonna hint at it because I'm not gonna add too much detail to this. Just a little bit of shine. All right, there we go. That looks great. Yassified, beautiful, absolutely juicy. Okay, now for our second character, I want to go for a different vibe. This guy's got a very down to earth, very, you know, kind of vibe. He's not going to be in like a super weird pose or anything. He'll just be chilling. And I think I read he was like an investigator or something. So you need to pop that collar. And of course, make sure to flip this canvas around as you work, so you can see your character from all kinds of angles and see all the mistakes that you've made, of which there are probably plenty. And the glasses, ooh, that looks very good. He looks like such a wholesome guy. Maybe shrink the backside of the head a bit. I tend to get carried away with my craniums. All right, now for the colors. I think I'm gonna go for something just like that. bit desaturated, but we can bump the saturation later on as we finish the rendering. And blondish brownish hair once again. Very good looking fella. And for those of you wondering, I am straight, but we can all appreciate a nice looking guy. And if you're drawing men, you generally don't want to make the lips too saturated, because then it can start to look like your guy's wearing lipstick. And depending on the sus level of your dude, you know, maybe you don't want that. There we go. The shading is looking great. Again, very simple shading because we're just keeping this fast and loose. It really just lets you see the whole painting as a bigger picture. You know, you don't get caught up on the small details, which is probably, you know, an artist's worst enemy, getting caught up on a tiny thing and then you zoom out and next thing you know, your character doesn't even look like your character. It looks like a Shrek. Let's get this gold frame for the glasses. And I just realized I forgot to do his eyebrows. Oh God. And some highlights on the rim. Alright guys, and there is our second yassified male character. Let's do some more, huh? Let's see, which other guy should we do? Okay, so we're just gonna do this guy right here, Sam Does Medieval Man. I mean, the original drawing is already fantastic. I'm not gonna be able to improve on it, but I'm just gonna do kind of my own take of this character, how he's gonna look in my style. So now this guy right here has got a very powerful facial structure, which I think is a great contrast to what we've already done. We did a slimy guy, and I love drawing beards because they create such a powerful shape around the face. You know, it just makes a character look that much more imposing. Too bad I can't grow a beard, huh? If I try to grow it out, I'm gonna look like Master Shifu. There we go. I shrunk the drawing a bit just to show some armor, right? To give him some context. All right, so that looks good. Now let's get into coloring. I really enjoy the gray color scheme here on the face. It's very dark, very muted. It looks like he's been through some stuff. We're gonna try to go for that here. Now with men, the areas that they shave tend to look a little bit more bluish. So that's why I'm going into the grays to really just cool this color down on the face. I think I learned that trick from Cynics. Shout out to Cynics. Cool guy. And once again, I'm using just the basic round brush for all of this. So it's not about the brush, it's about the artist. If your art is doo-doo, it's not the brush, it's you. And we're gonna save the rendering on the armor for last. When I was a kid, I drew a ton of armor. I drew so much armor. It was like one of my favorite things to draw. We're gonna save the best for last. And I'm using a much more messy approach to the rendering here because I want him to look just like scraggly and run down and beat up. This poor guy probably lost his wife, lost his kids. Now he's fighting a war. He's seen some stuff. He's never gonna be the same again. Really accentuate this strong nose ridge. There we go, looking really good so far. Now let's add a highlight onto the eye. Beautiful. Now for the exciting part, we're gonna draw the highlights on the armor. Armor is so satisfying to draw. And if you really understand how light reflects off of this shiny material, you're gonna be able to draw very effective armor without even a good reference. And here's the thing about shiny material, it's always gonna reflect the colors around it. So we're gonna get some of this skin tone on the armor as well because of the reflections. And if he's standing outside, the armor is going to reflect blue light from the sky. Just some things to consider when you're drawing shiny stuff. And that looks quite good. He looks like a very troubled, very worn down man, and that's exactly what I was going for. Fantastic. I love this one. All right, and last but not least, we're gonna draw Goat Dude, who is naked. This should be good for my fans. And I'll be honest with you guys, I find men much, much easier to draw than women. Whatever man I draw just always ends up looking so good. I don't know, why does he have goat horns? Can you give me a bit of a backstory? Who are his parents? All right, so you can see he's got a bit of an attitude in the original image. So, of course, I've given him a bit of an attitude as well. So many of your guys' OCs seem to have attitude problems. Maybe that's saying something about you guys, huh? Now let's add another layer under, and we're gonna go into the skin rendering. So he's got a bit of a darker kind of skin tone. Wow, look at that, first try. There we go. I'm gonna spare you guys the rest of his body. We're just not gonna go too far down here. Although I'm sure many of you would love to see that. Thirsty individuals. So as you can probably see from my drawing process, I always go in with the flat colors first. And once all of that is established and looking good, that's when I start to do a little bit more with the rendering. Just do one thing at a time. That's a lesson that you could use in many aspects of your life. You know, like dating, for example. Do one person at a time. That would be good for your relationship. Simple shading here for the character, just places where I think there should be shadow based on the direction of our light source. That is looking real good. And what color are his eyes? I think they're brown. He has a little bit of facial hair and some more shading on the hair. Okay, beautiful. And everything here is being done with just a round brush. I'm just putting a brush stroke down and kind of just going back into it, deducting from what I've put down and creating this nice streamlined shape in the hair. No, not the hair, the horn. Sorry, the little peepee on his head. Okay, all right, There we go. He's looking good, isn't he? All right, now for the fun part. I want you guys to tell me which one of these yassified dudes is your favorite. Oh, he looks very cool. I love this painting. Okay, based on facial structure alone, I think he is my favorite, but painting wise, this one's probably my favorite. I don't know. You guys let me know. And there we go. We've just yassified your male OCs. So I don't normally draw a lot of men, as you guys can probably tell from my Instagram page, but that was a really fun process because it's always good to just mix things up every once in a while and try something new. Try men. Sam does men. Thank you to the sponsors of this video, Squarespace. Squarespace gives people a powerful and beautiful online platform from which to create your website. Squarespace allows you to connect with your audience and generate revenue through gated members-only content. You can manage your members, send email notifications, and leverage audience insights, all on one easy-to-use platform. You can create a community on your Squarespace website with a fully integrated commenting system. There are powerful blogging tools to categorize, share, and schedule your posts. And you can extend Squarespace's already powerful e-commerce capabilities with Squarespace extensions. These new third-party tools can help you manage inventory, promote products, streamline bookkeeping, reconcile and file sales tax, and ship items across the globe. You can also display posts from your social media profiles on your website and automatically push website content to your favorite social media channels so your followers can share them too. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/samdoesarts to save 10% on your first purchase of a website or domain. Thanks again to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully this inspires you to go out there and make your own male OC. I currently do not have a male OC, so maybe I'll go make one too. With that being said though, feel free to subscribe to my channel down below for more art content just like this, and I will see you guys on the next video. It's getting cold out here. Summer is gone. To be fair, I was kind of tired of sweating all the time, but now we're just gonna be freezing to death for 6 months of the year.